she's actually showing. I know. I gotta get my. Let's see her get on the.
It doesn't cost anymore. I just gotta put them on. That's fine. Thank you.
I said it again, look, you know, the Hulk. I made it. There you go, welcome to the vlog. We're kicking it off now. The vlog starts here. That could be a catchphrase. The vlog starts now. Right, so you just play along with this. Obviously, I have been round, you know, it's not the first, you know, the first I'm not actually here for the first time. I've been doing bits and bobs. Obviously, the default, you got to get on Popeye, haven't you? You've got to do everything, just in case they're not home, because you've got the intermittent mummy at the moment, which we'll go over there. You've got to walk over because the Hogwarts Express is closed at the moment. I've heard it might be open tomorrow. Great news, that maintenance guy has fixed his three thingies. I will put the picture in here for you now, over the top of that one. Him fixing that one, I think it's that one of them. He's fixed it anyway. Took him 8 months, but you know, well, I don't know. Well, if in doubt, just switch it off, eh? That's what they did. Couldn't fix it, so switch it off. Why not, eh? So what I'll do, we'll show you around Islands of Adventure. And a few tips that I've already picked up from just waiting by places. All the guests asking the same question at a certain location. So a bit of tips for you if you want to know. So on that note, we'll kick the vlog off with a bit of footage for you. Obviously you've seen me walk into Islands of Adventure. And we'll get going from there, but yeah, just play along that I've not been, you know, and had a few rides already, but obviously I have, and I'll give you my opinions and anything I've spotted. But we'll start with Islands of Adventure here on the channel. Hello. Hope you're doing it. If you enjoy these vlogs, by the way, just hit that bell. Well, there's no bell, is there? But subscribe at the end of the video, if you get that far, that is. I'm sure you will. In this top corner, which might be that top corner or that top corner, I don't know, I'll point to both, but one left hand side to you, top corner, my image will come up 20 seconds before the end, once it finishes. Hover over that and it will ask you, you can click the subscribe link. That didn't come out very well, did it? But you know, and then there'll be another video for you, which will be the next video in this series for you to watch. So hopefully you'll enjoy me a bit of rabbiting on, but you never know. So what we'll do, I'll stop rather than Yeah, I don't need to put a waffle warning. I won't put a waffle warning. Oh yeah, also heat. Right. So obviously we've had when you mind. So yeah, so we've had quite a good summer, haven't we? It's still been hot. You know, the days leading up to me coming out over here, right? There's like 20 odd, but then, you know, if it rained, it went down to 15 or so over in the UK. But then I've kind of missed the heat over here twice on 2 visits. First being in January, which was quite cold, and then last November when they reopened in November on the 8th after the pandemic and they let everybody in. Even that was cold. You know, there wasn't much humidity at all. So I'm getting used to it again. It's very hot today, but I've only got till about 3 o'clock, and then all the storms roll in. So when you get to these parks, don't think you've got all day, because it's open till 9 o'clock today, 9 till 9. And if you're on Universal property, see, it's coming out now. It's coming out a bit more professional. So,
Thank you.
if you're on
Thank you. Look at your shoes.
Oh,
They're
oh.
so fabulous. Thank
Just
you.
bear with us while I get out of the way of this speaker.
At 12
Hold on.
o'clock, right over here, there's going to be a super fun show.
12
just
o'clock?
for
Yeah,
you.
in 20 minutes, that is. Yeah, so if you're on Universal property, you can get in an hour before. Normally, while Halloween Horror Nights is on, you can get just Universal Studios, which is Minions and Gringotts, open for an hour before if you stop in the hotel. But now, at the moment, they're just doing Islands of Adventure, which is most of Wizarding World, including Hagrid's, if it's ready. Obviously, the reliability on that, as you know. So, and obviously Velocicoaster. So yeah, it's worth it if you're stopping on Universal Orlando property. Just get your key card, and then you're in. Got an hour then. But there's that many people, it gets quite busy quite quick, you see. So yeah. So obviously with the heat, so we already had heat in the UK, and now I'm back to this heat, which is quite oppressive, really. Obviously, I managed about 3 hours. Well, obviously, just go with the secret. You know, I didn't do Halloween Horror Nights last night, but I did. You know, so just go with it. And I managed about 3 hours or so. But you've got to have your time to rest, otherwise, when you're waking up at 7 o'clock and you stay out till 2, you're not gonna manage, are you? So you've got to have your rest breaks and you start afresh. So I missed Popeye, but I've done that. Same as in November. But we'll go through this. I'll go through that. Got a fly on my wrist. So right, enough of me waffling. We'll see you in a bit. We'll see you at Velocicoaster. Ta-ra. Evening, here we are, Velocicoaster, or Veloci for some people when the light didn't work. Oh, hand over the camera, you won't get that, oh, maybe. Missed it. Yeah, so the number one question that people ask the staff down here is where the nearest toilets. So when you're at the Velocicoaster entrance, the nearest toilets are the ones in Lost Continent, so back over the bridge and to the left. Or you've got Wizarding World, and the single rider is open now, so we'll pop on for a cheeky little ride because it's a 45-minute wait. There you go, 45 minutes. So we'll see you when I come off. Ta-ra. Yeah, very good ride on the Velocicoaster there. Obviously I couldn't take you on. Took quite long in the single rider queue. But I got on in the end, so yeah, not too bad. Obviously these single rider queues, they are a dying breed. Well, I say a dying breed, but apparently Saw's got one now back at Thorpe Park. They're trialling that, bringing that back for Saw, because I do believe that they do need them. Because yes, they get abused if obviously you're in a group, but then you don't, you know, just to you know, that people that aren't single riders use it just to get on quicker, because they're not actual single riders. But I suppose that you may not sit together, so that's your risk you take, isn't it? So yeah, very good coaster. You know, just as good as I imagine, you know, as I remember in evening, as in November. It's really good. Good drop. You know, I don't go into all the technical stuff, if you know, it's just a good coaster to me, you know. So yeah, we'll have a look at Hagrid, see if their single rider queue is open. Very hot today, very hot. So I've not had this twice for 2 visits now, so yeah. And I'm not a daze like I was last time, so if you did watch the last November's vlogs, right, I think the first 3 were a bit repetitive and I was just like in a daze. It must be the jet lag. But this time I'm alright. You know, I did a few hours last night at all Universal, you know, Halloween Horror Nights, that's the word. And did a few, yeah, and then went to bed and then got up about 7:30 in the end. Back on park for 8, you see. So it's long days, and this is open till 9 tonight. So yeah, but we'll see what's happening. So this is the Lost Continent. Now we're leading up to Hagrid's and the Wizarding World of Harry Potter. You got the Mystic Fountain over here, and obviously, as you've probably heard and I've told you, back in the day, I was the Mystic Fountain at some point. Right at the end of the day, I went in and did it, and they let me, which was very nice of them. Don't know whether they do anything like that these days, but no, it was very nice of them. Just asked by chance. Supervisor came down and said yes. But what I need to tell you about, right, or what they have, what the challenge is that this park, these parks face. Obviously, this is closed, right? It's closed, right? And it's been closed for about 3 days now. Yeah, it's gone on the website quick. I give them a brownie point for that, because it's been down about 2 days. Here's your unavailable sign, look. There's your unavailable sign, right? But it's been down for 2 days. They've got it on the website for the 3rd day. It's gone down for maintenance, right? It's on the website, no dates or anything, so it's emergency maintenance in my opinion. But what you've got to remember is the weather has always got thunder and lightning in. And obviously last time I was here, there's always power issues, right? And you've got to remember that if anything just is switched off, you know, boom, off. It can't do a computer very good. So is this down? No, it's 90 minutes, Hagrid's. See whether, single rider is open, I believe. So we'll go and have a nose at single rider. See you in a minute, and I'll carry on with the story. Right, I'm back again. No, it's at capacity, 90 minutes for that. 90 minutes and single rider's shut because it's got too many people in there. So I'm back. So I'll carry on with the story. So obviously, this park does have power issues because last time I was here, all of Wizarding World was off. And it was off for a good 2 hours. So, but even if it goes off and then comes straight back on again, the amount of computer says no, or just imagine all the different errors that the computer says, oh, this has gone wrong, this has got no power, that's got this. So that's what I think that's happened to, well, most of the rides, you know, at some point. But that's what I think's happened with the train, Hogwarts Express. It can, if it goes off, you know, while it's doing something, yes, they should be equipped to keep the backups going, but it only takes one thing to go, and then it's not going to say yes, is it? So that's what I think. I may be wrong, but it's definitely some major emergency maintenance. So we'll have a look at Forbidden Journey. Get your shot of that up here, and we'll see what that one's on. See you in a bit. back again. Right, just going to do. Hope they've not lost anybody this week. Forbidden Journey. That side they keep changing it. They've got a regular this side. So there you go. Right. What was going to say about this one? Obviously, this was down for quite a while. In November, but I was going to say something. I've just lost it. It will come back to me. Yeah, they're not lost anybody this week. Oh, that was it. That was it. Yeah, right. So equivalent of a stealth rollback on this, right? When it was new, they do. Well, they had different procedures for disabled guests and everything, and they've got a total different station for disabled guests. Okay, you think you don't make no difference, right? So you go on the ride as normal. It used to be about every 2 hours, I think, that they used to allow disabled guests on the ride. So, okay, that's fine. Then you have to stop the ride, load you up. But at the exit of the ride, you can get turfed off at the end. You go into a separate station, and if you're on a different bench, you have to then go down loads of different corridors, up a lift, down a lift, and then you come out at the shop. I've had it, and to me, it's equivalent of a stealth rollback, because I've not had one since. So, it's bizarre. I wasn't with the party with the disabled, and it's just bizarre. You just get turfed off. They must be able to turf it off. It comes in this station, drops down, and then they've got just normal lifts, and it just says no muggles to a certain floor on the sign, and you just follow it down. It takes you ages to get out. It's bizarre. So on that note, I'll leave you be, and I'll go and have a quick ride. Hopefully they don't lose me on these dodgy benches. Try.
Should not ride.
So I left you just done Forbidden Journey. That was good. Some of the effects were all back on working that weren't on in November last year. Like the green mist as you go in and you come out. They've not been working for a while, so I think they've got a new machine now. So it heats up water and produces a vapour. So that's fixed. Then once I did that, went over to Hagrid's again, and this is what makes the difference over here. They can do things for you. Obviously things go wrong, they're able to do stuff for you. So I just waited a little bit for single ride. I'd already been there, and then one of the staff members gave me a fast pass, which was very nice of them. They don't have to do that, but it's very nice of them to do that. Obviously the single rider was only closed due to too many people in there at the moment. It can take ages. I can understand why they do close it, because you do get, it winds you up basically. If it's really long, it will be longer than the actual main queue. And when I did Velocicoaster, just when I said that was borderline as long as the main queue. That's the risk you take. But I found out the reason for that. Obviously they are doing a bit of training today, and he was sticking by the book. If they stick by the book, it creates a massive queue. But then just as I got to the front, I had a staff change, and she was like putting 2 people at the back, if obviously rather than get one out the main queue. As much as you're not supposed to do that, it just keeps the flow going. Otherwise, if you always wait for single riders, you've got no chance, and a single rider will just be really bad. Also, good news to point out, I had a second butterbeer, really nice. Don't have to have cream on it now. I don't know whether people knew about this. It's for vegans or stuff, but I did ask this a long time ago, because the cream, if you think of squirty cream in the UK, it's not proper cream. If you just had the cream normally, it's a bit sour, and it's not. What this is. This tastes nice and it's lovely. So I always have the frozen one, and you have to sip it and be careful, because you get brain freeze because of how hot it is. It's really cold, you see, so it affects you more easily. But it's nice that they now do that, and the reason why they didn't do that, because of trademarking, it's got to have its froth on it, and obviously clearly that trademark's now gone. and they're allowed to do it, you know, for vegans that can, you know, don't have to have the cream on it, which is nice because I don't like the taste of what it adds to the cream. Because before, all you have to do is not mix it, because you shouldn't mix it, and then quickly drink it, and it forces you to drink it. But now there's nothing, no dilute, like no ice. Coke, no ice, please. And on that note, we'll see you wherever I let's down. Ciao.
Should not ride.
You've got the Hulk there. Obviously that was retracks a few years ago now. Probably, I'd like to think, I bet it's about 5 years since it's been redone. But it's very juddery. All these B&Ms, it's a shame. Kraken's the same. So, yeah, they're all quite juddery. Because in their old age, but you think this one wouldn't be, because it's had new track. We'll get a dispatch for you, get you your launch. They redid the launch thing with screens in, and obviously then they added the metal detection, so you can't get anything that they've done inside. You can't get a video of. So I'm sure we'll have a launch soon. I think the storms are coming in, so it's 20 to 2 now. Here we go. There you go. That's the Hulk. I'm going to go and do this S&S shop tower because they put the single rider steps in. I've got to make use of them, haven't you? Say you're going through the arcade, I'll show you the single rider steps. S&S. Single rider steps. There you go. I don't know what he said, but we'll keep it in. So I don't know what he said. So we'll have a look at the single rider steps. Hashtag single rider steps. There we go. Hold on. And single riders are wanted on this one. They're not normally, but there you go. Let's get you the sign. Dr. Doom's fearful. Single riders wanted. Boom. And there's your single rider steps. They added them in, I'd say about 8 years ago now. They're certainly just saves you going through the arcade. But yeah, you got to make use of them. So when you come on this, single rider steps. See you when I come off.
Should not ride.
Here's a turn up for the books. It's a Saturday and single riders is open. So on this, single riders is only open in a month of Saturdays, because it's not normally open. It's a rare cred these days. Single rider, they flip that sign round and then they bring this sign out. You know, all the terms and conditions. You are in the single rider, you'll get split up, blah 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 blah. But yeah, not always open in a month of Saturdays, that one. Very, very rare cred. So which one do you prefer? Do you prefer Transformers, or do you like Spider-Man? Classic Spider-Man. Just let you know the fire is alright. Fire's fine. It is lit. Yeah, lit. Excuse the pun. Excuse the pun. The fire is lit. So, yeah, there's a lot of bugs around here. It's because it's hot. It's hot today, so there's loads of little bugs, and they're weird little creatures. I don't know whether you can hear me, it's very loud. I think that all the characters are coming out. I've not seen them on their bikes for a while. I don't know whether they do the bikes now. You know, when they come down the parade, it's probably been got rid of because of safety fears. So yeah. So did the S&S shot tower. Single rider stairs. No, single rider steps, otherwise it doesn't work. So yeah, it's very, very humid today. So I might have a go on Popeye now. Oh, evening. So yeah, all the characters are coming out. Get their autographs. So yeah, just thought I'd share that with you. I don't know whether the storms are rolling in. Because what time are we now? Just gone 2 o'clock. So yeah, it's gonna. Yeah, so we'll see what's happening. So I might pop on Popeye for 1 or 2. And it's about 20-minute wait. First time I've seen it out of queue. Every time I come out in September, it's normally dead. But you just go on it. Just go on it at the end of the day. It's dead then, especially in the dark. That's a good thing. Oh, hand over the camera again. Good thing about this park is they're obviously equipped to open in the dark at any point. So it was a private event yesterday. Otherwise, it would have been open till 9. But there was a private event that must have started. Oh, excuse me. Evening. Gotta watch these kids. Now there's a lot going on in Toon Lagoon as well. Some lots cracking off. So the water's not on. So I'll just flip you out. No, I won't flip you out, and I'll just show you. But yeah, the water's off here. So what happens is the water goes it from there into there, and then looks as if it comes out, goes underground, and then comes back in. That's off. That's having a bit of maintenance done. So I don't think Toon Lagoon's going anywhere anytime soon. This is all being painted up, and then there's some quite big excavation works going on. I need to put my bags down. Hold on. So the all this area. I don't know whether they've took anything down or they've just. Have they took something down? No, they haven't. No, I don't know what was there, but they just it's all half open, and then there's only half of the bridge open. You see. So, but they could have closed Popeye, but they wouldn't want to close Popeye because it's one, too busy, and 2, it's not long been done. So it was done in March this year. This year, done in March, and there's still issues with that waterfall. It's not on. What it is, it's still off the main waterfalls. So I'm not sure what's cracking off with them. Can't be the heat issue or anything. So, but everything else is on and everything else is back that wasn't there in November. So I'll pop on Popeye for you. Ta-ra!
Should not ride.
Just done 3 rides on Popeye. It said 20 minutes on the sign, but it was walk on. It's just it's little. They've made extra queue for it in the exits because they don't use the really big queue anymore. Because there's loads and loads of queue for it, but they just don't use it because it never gets that much queue anymore. But it's like they've opened the top door to use inside queue a little bit, and then there's a little outside pen, and that's all they use. It saves them cleaning it, I think, or it could be condemned, not fit for purpose, and I've never seen all that queue open, and it's a long way to walk as well. But Ripsaw Falls in the background, that uses quite a lot of its queue, that's been built for it, so I don't think they can make it any smaller, to be fair. So yeah, it's working all right. There you go. Run off of Ripsaw Falls there, evening. People on the blasters, get your blasters. They've even got contactless on the blasters now. Don't need money. That's how bad it is. They've got boop, 25 cents, boop. It might not even be 25 cents anymore. It might have gone up. There's a cost of living crisis, isn't there? So it might be 30 cents to squirt somebody. I don't know. Right, storm's approaching. There's a storm brewing. I like that version of Hex. Comment below if you actually got to see and did the first version of Hex, Legend of the Towers. I know you can't all hear it. It is here now. It's raining. And on that note, got to put my phone away and get it in the bag. Ta-ra!
Should not ride.
As predicted, the storms have rolled in about 3 o'clock. It's 3:15 now, and that's it. They're off. All our outdoor attractions closed, mainly because of lightning. They don't very rarely get rain without lightning. So, and if it's within 5 miles, that's it. They go into different codes. You get green, silver, and gold, I think, or something like that. And then obviously something, yeah, similar to that. And obviously silver is still closed, but greens is getting better. I think there's 2 closed ones, and then a green, but then the techies have got to come and check the ride over before, in case anything's fell into it or anything. So that's why it has to. Yeah, so it doesn't. Once they go to green, they don't just reopen. The water stays on because obviously it will take too long to refill. Waste of electric, isn't it? So you think they turn it off if you know it's going to be a while. I think it's up because it looks quite black up there. Look at that one. Ooh. Do like a bit of lightning. Do like a bit of lightning, but not when it affects these, you see. So about 3 o'clock, 2-3 o'clock. This time of year, it's always daily. Doesn't normally stay long though. As long as there's not lightning in the area, they will reopen the rides. It's about 5 miles. I think it's 15 or 10 at Busch. Busch Gardens are more stricter, but this place is not as bad. But anything indoor still stays open. So obviously when you come in the morning, don't think to yourself, oh, I've got all day, you know, to do all these rides, because they may not reopen if it stays any length of time. Obviously, if there's lightning, they will be down all day. They'll let you stay in the queue, but it's not advisable because it's could be a while, until it passes. They're not gonna reopen the rides. So yeah, it's not advisable unless you've really waited a long time. I won't bother. But yeah, I think we're going to have another one. So when I just left you, I nipped back on this, and I was like almost second to last to come on it. If you pick the right time, you can get on them, and then that's it. You ain't got anything to do. There's very little open. You've got Spider-Man, Forbidden Journey, I think Cat in the Hat, the Discovery Centre. She reeled them all off, the operator on here. She reeled them all off for you. I better not actually hold the phone over there in case I drop it, but I shouldn't do. I'm quite good with my phone. So yeah, that's enough for me waffling on for 3 minutes. So I hope you're enjoying these. I'm finding it a little bit tricky to what to do, but I'm coming up with ideas. We're getting there. So yeah, they're work in progress, but I'm sure it's something to watch while you're having your tea. And you might be able to dance with me while you're having your tea. There you go. Even if you're having your tea, I don't know. But so yeah, and on that note, we'll leave you to it if you're having your tea, obviously. And catch you when I next see you in the next clip that's going to be now. Just managed to ride Popeye again. It's bizarre that they do this. So obviously the first storm cleared out, it all went back to green, the code or whatever the code is. Then the techie has to come round and ride it. Once he's ridden it, then they're happy that it'll reopen. And then got on it, and then as soon as I got off, shut again. So it's just shut at the moment because it's been raining. One bolt of lightning. Not grease lightning, bolt of lightning. Here's my food. I'll tell you in a second about my food. Tell you. So all these sit-down restaurants have changed now. It's a bit bizarre. So they've all got greeters at the entrance. They'll take you to a table. Well, the one at the entrance by the Hulk, you still pay. You pay at the thing, pay at the cash register, and then they'll find you a table. Well, they've got to put your table number in, and then their food is delivered now, rather than you going to collect it up there. But then at the moment, this is Comic Strip Cafe. They find you a table, and then you can do it through the mobile app. That's all said and good. It's probably because I turn every setting off under the sun, especially in your location services, all the Apple services. I turn them all off for location. So, or it could be because it's a UK phone or on the UK network. Some because I'm roaming or something, but some load, some don't. So basically, you can go on the app and you can order food. I've got my pizza here. Pizza. I'm going to eat that now. So yeah, but basically the menus don't load for some strange reason. Cinnabon's just loaded, but this one, hardly any. So like, whatever the Discovery Centre one, Burger Eats or something, Digs or something. Never been able to do it. Seen all the signs for mobile ordering, you know, want to do it because it saves you queuing and all that. Never been able to do it because it doesn't load. The menu don't load, so you can't order it. Simple as. So I've just gave up with it, to be fair. And then you can use Universal Pay. It's the same thing as you use for Tapu Tapu. And then you pay via the app. And then obviously then they've got a track of what you're buying and what you're spending. So it's probably best not to do it that way and do it this way. But you can still do it the main way. But I just thought I wanted to point that out. It's a bit bizarre. Normally you go there, you pick up that, show them what you've got, and then that's fine like that. Well, I'm going to leave you because my pizza will be cold. So see you in a bit. Ta-ra. The rain's now cleared, so we're not raining now. Miss Boardroom's come down to say hello. She's still there. I can't get you a picture because that's in between, obviously, getting on and the lockers. So Miss Boardroom, you'll get that reference if you go on it. She's come down to have a look at another one of her schemes. You know, Miss Boardroom. I like that one. Right, I'm going to go and see if Hagrid's is back up again. But yeah, single rider's closed again. So they've even got a shutter. Oh my god! They've even got a shutter that actually comes down to stop you going up the single rider queue. So I don't know. That's down. So I just think it's a bit early to close it, but it's only 5 o'clock, 20 past 5. So yeah. So it's hopefully that's the rain gone. They just done it. Took about 20 minutes, about that. So we're going to have a look at Hagrid's, see how what that's doing. See if the single rider's open for that. And see where I go from there. So, yeah, Velocicoaster. What else was I going to say about Velocicoaster? It's all working, I think. Nothing else, but if I can think of anything, I'll come back to you. So yeah, evening. Did Jurassic Park earlier, right? And it's in a bad state of affairs, to be fair. Excuse me, throat. I had a sore throat the week before coming out. Something at the back of my throat. But yeah, no, so I'm losing my voice already. But no, I went on it earlier, right, and there's at least 4 things not working. So you got the doors, the famous doors, you got an animatronic dinosaur gone, you got the big crate that, the crate that drops was already dropped. So that wasn't working. I think that was about it. Everything else seemed alright, but you know, it's had a curtain before on the main T-Rex. You know, at the thing they just put a curtain on it. It didn't work. So we'll put a curtain over it, black curtain, hide it. No one will notice. You know, so it's not in a good state of affairs. But when you come in September, all these water rides are kind of on their end of the cycle, ready to be done again. So yeah, I'm struggling to talk. It's only the first day. Excuse me, got to get me cork. Keep hydrated. So yeah, but well that was the first to be done, I think. Yeah, because they did Jurassic Park, then they did Dudley's. Dudley Do Right, not to be confused with Dudley Duo Flush, which is quite a good one. Got to give a shout out to Will for that one. He spotted that one, so that was a good one. So big shout out to Will for that one. Yeah, there's a few other not to be confused with, but we'll come up with them. might do Velocicoaster to dry off a bit now. I think that's enough now for Popeye this evening. Need to dry off a bit. Got cramp in that finger. Ow, 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 ow. Right. Oh yeah, shall we get you some night shots of Velocicoaster in the vlog? I might stop you and then I'll put this clip in. That's the one thing about doing it on a iPhone. I've not got enough storage, you see, to keep all the old clips if I have. Otherwise, I could just watch it in the clip I got last time. But I'll see in a minute. Here's a clip of Velocicoaster in action. Well, I think about it, tickets. For some reason, there just is no rational explanation. And there isn't for this, still. You think there'd be, well, I suppose paper tickets, I think, yeah, well, there is rational explanation for this, but still not for 14-day ones, because it's a bit tedious. So, obviously, when you buy tickets, evening, boom, off you go. So there you go. Yeah, tickets. So if you buy tickets still, these 14-day three park Explorer tickets are still paper. They're not like Disney. I think I don't know what Disney do now. Get your Bing, get your. Oh, just to let you know that is Popeye proof. Just to let you know, an Apple Watch is Popeye proof. So you're all right. It's Popeye proof. Just make sure you've got your liquid thing on. Press that, because I've just seen two people on it when it splashed them. One turned their torch on and one turned the calendar on. So make sure you got your liquid lock on. Hashtag liquid lock. And there you go. But yeah, tickets. So obviously you got these tickets and they're paper. So make sure either what I do is if you buy a lanyard, Halloween Horror Night lanyard or whatever, you've got like a plastic container to put them in. Just put back to back. If you've got a SeaWorld one and the Universal one, put them back to back and then you can scan them both. Or, well, obviously if you're just mainly coming for Universal, you don't even need the tickets. You scan them in the Universal Orlando app and you've got them on your phone. Just make sure you know the password and set up your account before you come out and scan them in and you're ready to go. But make sure you've got Wi-Fi access on there and then it'll work, so you won't need the tickets. So I haven't got my tickets on me, it's just on the app, but you've got to make sure you log in, you know your login details, and that's it. You just press it, go to your wallet and you can get in straight away. They're in a rush, so we'll see whether all the lights are working. What's the betting? Do you think all the lights are working and it actually says Velocicoaster, or we're lost? Do you think we lost some letters? We'll soon find out. Give me about 15 seconds. Hold your breath. And count to 10. And we'll soon find out. So yeah, I don't think they'll allow that to happen again. I mean, that was quite funny. So if you understand Velocicoaster, the joke that came about, basically Universal Orlando themselves tweeted a picture of the front of this, you know, the entrance, of it not working. Why would you do that? And I can pleased to announce it is all working. If you can see that, let me zoom in. Can I zoom in? Right, I can't zoom in on this camera. I have to get closer. Yeah, I can tell you now that it's all working and it's called Velocicoaster today, so we're alright. But yes, again, because they always have power problems over here with lightning or anything, it goes. Power goes, that's it. And you can understand why these show systems and all sorts just won't play. You know, well, That's like just unplugging the computer. You wouldn't do it normally, would you? So I can understand. Here we go, this is better for you. Velocicoaster. There you go. Not Velociate, Velocicoaster. So obviously they fixed that pretty quickly, because obviously they tweeted that out quite, I'd say 2 weeks before I was due to come out. It wasn't November, it must have been January. Oh, excuse me. I don't know whether it was November. No, it would have been January, I think. I can't remember. When did it open? It was 2020. So I think, yes, it would have been, well, I came, yeah, November would have last time. So it opened last June. So yeah, it would have been November. Yeah, and but before we could get over here, they tweeted that post out, and half of it wasn't working. You know, it's not like we found the photo on a fan site or anything. It was their own photo, and go, okay, this is not looking very good. So, and then obviously, because I just happened to tag them in it, they say, oh, sorry for the inconvenience. They passed it on and fixed it, you know, which is what should be done, really, isn't it? So yeah, I've told you about Jurassic Park. That's a bit of a letdown. There you go. Oh, look at that. Any chance? Anybody think I've tried that before? Don't you? He's going to come back. Oh, there you go. Nearly missed that one. So yeah, I've been blabbing on for 5 minutes now. So hopefully you like this one. This one's all in Orlando, obviously. That's a good Dean joke, isn't it? All in Orlando. No, all in IOA today on this one. Then what I'm going to do, if you've not already seen that one, which you should have seen that one if you watch them in order, but the travel vlog is like a slash hotel one, so you can see what the hotel was, because I didn't really get much for the hotel one, so as you can probably tell if you've already watched it. But so I'm going to bash them into two, and they'll be here we go. Whee! Missed it. There we go. There you go. He'll come back again in a minute.
Alex is here.
Missed that one. There you go. So yeah, nearly dark. Might have a night ride on it at 9 o'clock. Open till 9 today. So yeah, so they've got the, if you haven't watched it, it should be alright. They should be out in order. So the hotel slash travel vlog. Well, I didn't do much, to be fair, because of the sad news that we had Thursday night. So you know, so I just thought it wasn't practical. Yes, it wasn't live to do, because you guys wouldn't see it live. I just thought it wasn't right to do it, so I didn't. You know, fair enough. So. Because everybody takes these things differently, you see. It's not, some people wouldn't give two monkeys, some people would, so I just don't bother, you know. And as soon as I found out, I didn't do any tweets either, so you know. So oh yeah, might have a look at Hagrid's, but that's something else. Yeah, Hagrid's, I don't think rides very well at night, because when I came over one time, obviously Hagrid's was new, and that was the only time, you know, that was the first time I rode it, and I thought, well, great. You can't see the track because it's dark, so I wasn't a fan, really, not of it in the dark anyway. So yeah, not sure what to do tomorrow. I've definitely got to do SeaWorld later on. I'm going to do their scare event tomorrow. That's pre-planned, so I've got a ticket for that. But I can probably come back here. So I've got to do Poseidon's Fury tomorrow, because then he's going away. Lord Darkanon's going away for 2 days, and then he's back on Wednesday, as far as I'm aware. A bit of maintenance going on there. So yeah. This is going to be awful warning, isn't it? But I'll put some images in for you. I'll put you another some quick clip of the Mystic Fountain, if he's there. I'll do it anyway. So on that note, I'll leave you in peace, and I'll see you where our next beach. Ta-ra. That wraps up this one. This is your first IOA vlog. I'm off back to the hotel, probably to finish off the... I've not done them in the right order, you know, so finish off the first one that isn't made yet, and then come dry off, get a change of clothes, chill for a bit, well charge up, because these phones don't last all day, so charge up, get dry, and then finish off the first one. If you've not already watched it, you know, watch that one for us. Subscribe if you've enjoyed this one. It'll last 20 seconds, it'll pop up. Maybe I'm putting there, but it might be there. I do both. It'll be on the left hand side at the top, my little mug shot. If you hover over it, it will say subscribe, and if you like to, you can do. I'm not forcing you to, but if you want to, by all means, do so. So yeah, and then obviously, once I've done all that, come back on park next door, and I'll film some content for Halloween Horror Nights, which should be the next vlog after this one. Oh, that's a bit bright. There you go. You can see me now. So on that note, here from Islands of Adventure. Hope you enjoyed it. Don't know how long it was, but hope you enjoyed it. Oh, evening. Oh, in a rush. Yeah, hope you've enjoyed it. See you in the next one. Ta-ra!